Green Man! 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 Holy YouTube video, Green Man!
Hi beautiful people, how are you lovely grey maniacs out there in video watching land? It is I, the Grey Man, once again, wishing you a grey amazing day and showing you some comic books. Yeah! It's a Saturday. I'm working on my podcast for tomorrow. My heavy metal podcast I do every week. That's coming up tomorrow. If you like heavy music, make sure you check out my podcast. One comic came in the post today. Steel number 3. I wish I got more off the same geezer actually, but you know, these things happen. Let's see if I can kill this fly that's buzzing around by my window. Got him. Probably deafened you on camera as well. Anyway, so there you go. Steel number 3. I'm sure I was getting number 2 from somebody as well. So I've got it in on hold with somebody on Facebook. It's annoying because this guy never had any others available, and I only paid 99p for the comic. I was well happy with that, but it was like $1.99 for postage or something. It was, you know, so £3 for a pretty cool old Bronze Agey DC. I'm more than happy with that. They're quite nice covers. I like the art. I think it's pretty cool. I'm not sure who the artist is, but I think it's quite cool. I like this guy's Sledgehammer. You can't hurt what you can't hit, Sledgehammer. Sooner or later, one of these punches will connect and you'll be nothing but a pile of scrap metal. In this issue, 2 explosive adventures of the hardest hitting new hero in town. There you go. Steel, I even like the logo. Steel, the indestructible man. That's cool. Right, still going through box 1 at the moment. Still going through box 1. What's happened? It was full of, the rest of it was all Quasar, and I've taken the Quasar out. I already showed them recently in a video entry I did for Bub's channel. If you want to check the Quasar run, go and have a look at that video. But what I managed to find where my other Firestorm were, my more modern Firestorm in other boxes. I managed to bag and board all the old run of Firestorm. Series 2. I need to pick up Series 1 at some point. The first 5 issues that came out before the implosion came and it stopped. Right, but this is the run from 2004. So the new Firestorm. Jason Rush. What happened? Right, so yeah, Ronnie Raymond got killed by Deathstroke. Sword stabbed through his chest in some event or other. Yeah, annoying. And he was going to go nuclear and sort of blow up and kill everything in a wide area. I can't remember what happened, but he was dead. Supposedly dead. I don't know what happened in the end. Everybody's like with these big superhero stories. But anyway, somehow, I'm not really sure how Jason Rush became Firestorm now. I just know he became Firestorm. Was it another nuclear accident? Was it directly... did he somehow inherit the powers from Ronnie Raymond? I don't even remember. I'm not even sure when it happened. Does it happen in this first issue or the fallout begins? Okay, lots of boring build-up. Lots of boring build-up. No sign of anyone getting any superpowers. No sign of us. More than halfway through the comic, and there's no sign of anyone getting any superpowers or showing any superpowers. Car crashing. Some explosion for some reason. Oh, it's blasting out of his eyes. Okay. At the end, he suddenly become Firestorm. But it didn't actually explain how he became Firestorm in the first place. So maybe he already had the Firestorm power in a previous comic. Some crisis or other, I reckon. Maybe that's when he first got his powers. I don't remember now. I don't like his head. I've said this before on a thing, but he hasn't got the same head shape as the original Firestorm. He's got like a V head, and it doesn't look as good as the round like opening with the flame coming out. Not to me anyway. I don't think it looks quite as good. Yeah, it's a different look. It looks like he's fighting Killer Frost in that one, maybe. Firestorm and Killer Frost do tend to tangle a fair bit. All right, here's what's happened here. Here lies Ronnie Raymond. And there he is, dead. Was there two for at a time? Then he got Identity Crisis tie-in. So yeah, because it must be an Identity Crisis. He got stabbed in the chest then. Yeah, hold on. Right, so he's about to blow up. Ronnie Raymond goes flying off into the sky, blows up, and it looks like it's maybe the Matrix Firestorm spirit still lives on after his body's been exploded, and then he somehow gets into the body of Jason Rush. That's what it seems like anyway. That's what it seemed to have happened. That must have been how he got his powers. So I think Ronnie Raymond was part of the Firestorm Matrix with him for a while. I don't know what happened to the Martin Steen part of the Firestorm Matrix when Ronnie Raymond's body died. Maybe he popped back into his own. I don't know, because it used to be both bodies together, didn't it? Unless he found a way to become Firestorm on his own eventually. Not too sure. Burn, Bloodhound, burn! Bloodhound was another DC run that only lasted for about 9 or 10 issues. That was quite a good run as well. I've got that. I'll have to read that again one day. Firestorm, there you see, there's the V-shaped head. It's not as good. It's not as good. Kind of an old school looking costume. I'm not too sure about the red though. The red colour is kind of, I don't know, it doesn't look as good as not quite as good as the original, not quite as bold as the original, I'd say. It's kind of like a darker, maybe it's because he's a black man, maybe somehow that makes his costume darker. I don't think so, because I don't know. I don't know really. Because his face doesn't look like I don't think that looks like his proper skin tone. It looks like a red, like a reddy kind of, like it matches his arms and legs. I don't think his arms and legs are naked or are bare. They're just I don't know. It's a strange sort of browny, reddy shade. Oh, faster pussycat, chill, chill. So he's trapped under ice here. Don't worry, kid. The original Firestorm is back. There you go. Don't ask me how it happened. I'm just glad it did. I always like to see the originals. I don't know. I just like to keep the original characters. You know, I suppose it's always a superhero thing. They always bring in new versions, don't they, of the old characters. But you know, Blue Beetle was one of my faves, and he got killed and replaced by another Blue Beetle. And it's like they're all right, but I prefer the originals. The originals are still the best, as they say. See, look, nice round part of it and the big funny V shape. I don't know. I just prefer the round head. I don't know. I suppose the thing, because this is Ronnie Raymond, his skin tone doesn't look like that normally. I'm sure they do get like a different kind of shade to their skin. So the face seems to be the only skin part that's visible, but I don't think the arms and are bare. I don't know actually. I have to look at the old ones now. But yeah, it's something to do with the Firestorm element. Sort of creates the sort of different sort of look to their skin, I believe. Right, strength in numbers. Is that multiplex? Is he fighting multiplex? He could be. It's another villain we saw a few times in the other run that I showed you the other day. Like mind games. Not too sure who he's fighting there. Firestorm, the world's #1 nuclear-powered hero. It's a good picture. It's a nice sort of just sitting there, like pulsating with power of the aura of the Firestorm around him. Pretty badass. Right, Secret Origins. Firestorm, no nukes. No nukes is good nukes. I think that's a saying. Right, Villains United tie-in. He's facing off here against Black Adam and Mazo. I'm not too sure who the two ladies are in this on this cover. Anyone recognise those two ladies? Feel free to leave a comment down below. OMAC tie-in, the OMAC project tie-in. So here it looks like Firestorm's been taken over by an OMAC, one-man army corps. The nanites have turned him into an OMAC Firestorm crisscross. Right. Guest starring Donna Troy. Lost in Space with Animal Man. Can't pick. Animal Man had a bit of getting lost in space, didn't he? He had another story where he was trying to come back from getting lost far out in space. He's not the kind of character you'd picture as being particularly good off in space, Animal Man. But I don't think he has to be near animals to actually pick up their mutagenic powers. Does he? Can he not just channel them at any time, or has he got to be near them? I'm not too sure. Infinite Crisis crossover, Death of a Nuclear Man. It looks like Jason Rush has died and Ronnie Raymond's carrying him. But then all around there's all different other Firestorm kind of lookalikes and iterations of Firestorm. Are these Firestorms from other universes, maybe? I think there probably must be other multiverses, Firestorms, perhaps. Or previous people who have been in part of the Matrix, something like that. Okay, Firestorm, building a better nuclear man. And this looks like Jason Rush is still alive. Or being rebuilt somehow. It's very weird. Firestorm V6, it looks like he's giant. Oh, these are little people and they're building him. That's really strange. Anyways, 1 year later, they suddenly jumped to 1 year later and Jason Rush is definitely still the star of the book, still on the cover. I'm not sure where they are with Firestorm next. The new, the Rebirth, I've not got any Rebirth. I've not bothered with any Rebirth. I sort of quit about a year into New 52. Mainly financial, not just financial. I wasn't enjoying them as much as I had done. I was annoyed with my characters that I liked was getting killed off all the time. Just to blinking float a new a new story idea or something like that. You'd be like, oh, big crossover. Who can we kill off to make this crossover seem good? That kind of thing just got on my nerves. Money as well, so expensive. I just like, and I didn't have so much ready cash available. I felt I needed to go, and so I had to get rid of my comics. Simple as that. Freezer burn. So he's facing off against Mr. Freeze. Dead again. Who's that dead again? Is it Martin Steen, maybe? Suppose we're not seeing on the cover yet. He had a girlfriend for quite a long while, called Gehenna, I believe, and I thought she would have made a cover by now. I'm not too sure how long she was in it for. Yeah, she was a teleporter, I believe, was her powers, and at one point she became part of the Matrix with him. So she, when they change into Firestorm, her mind would be inside his mind, kind of thing. And I'm assuming their bodies merged to create the Firestorm character, but with Jason Rush's consciousness foremost, and with her consciousness in the background. That's what always happens in the Matrix. So they can sort of talk to them while they're, stuck in their heads, kind of thing. Interesting. An interesting dynamic. Yeah, this must be, I think this is Gehenna. There you go, this is his girlfriend Gehenna, I believe. I'm pretty sure she had teleportation powers. I don't even remember how they got together, to be honest. She seemed to be introduced, like, to me, from what I recall, she was like introduced and then they were boyfriend and girlfriend, like within just like a twinkling of an eye. It was like really quick. And like, I can't remember there being any kind of getting to know each other or anything like that. I don't know if maybe that happened in 1 year later. Maybe 1 year later they suddenly jumped and she was introduced as a new character. Yeah, because that 1 year later wasn't a bad idea. They kind of jumped forward a year and like you had an idea of things had changed, and then it was a bit slow, or sometimes they didn't even bother to let you know what happened in the interim period. So it seemed like quite good. Like you say, a year later something major has happened, and you're like, oh man, what happened there? And you were like wanting to read them to find out, you know, what did happen in the past. And sometimes they just straight up didn't bother telling you, I don't think. I think they kind of forgot about it themselves almost. It's an interesting idea though, to suddenly jump forward a year with a lot of unknown and unanswered events having occurred in the interim period. Guest starring Mr. Miracle and he's fighting there Orion of the New Gods. Looks like he's on Apocalypse. He's been captured by the female Furies. Is it Lashina, Stomper? Is it, and Mad Harriet? Is that Mad? No, I'm not sure if that's Mad Harriet. It might be Mad Harriet. She looks a bit crazy, but I think she looks a bit different, Mad Harriet, though. I think there's another one that she is. I'm not too sure, though. Parademon Assault. So he's still on Apocalypse by the looks of it. That's not a good place for anyone to go. Right, and that appears to be the last one of that run. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, thanks to everyone who helped make Firestorm amazing. Keep an eye out for the Nuclear Man throughout the DCU. So 35 issues. Not a bad little run there. Not the longest run, but not a bad little run. And then finally, I'm going to show you this pack of The Fury of Firestorm, the Nuclear Man. It's gone back to the original old title. And yeah, I think this is where the two of them, or Ethan Van Sciver artwork. Yeah, I think it's the two of them, Ronnie Raymond and Jason Rush, made up the Firestorm Matrix in this. That's right. So they were both Firestorms. I think they were both Firestorms at the same time as well, so they could both become Firestorms, I believe, if memory serves me correctly. Right. Here we go. Don't know what's happening. Yeah, I think there was like a bad Firestorm, like a rogue Firestorm or something like that. I can't remember now. And they were fighting off against him. Yeah, but you can see there's two Firestorms. So that's cool. Both guys were Firestorm. Both get to be in the comic. I can live with that. I'm quite happy to have two. Oh, Gail Simone was doing the story on this one. She does some pretty good stuff. Van Sciver, of course, great artist. He's doing his own thing now. Cyber Frog. I've got some spare Cyber Frogs. If anyone wants some Cyber Frog comics, I've got some doubles that I'm looking to sell. Whoop. Firestorm Consequences. The Fury of Firestorm, the Nuclear Man. I mean, these are really. I guess with more modern comics. I mean, these are 8 years old now. This is from. Is it 2012? Yeah, 2012. The art is like very good, but to me, it just doesn't appeal like the old art does. I mean, even looking at that, it's just too. I don't know. I just prefer the old school, like 80s, 70s, 60s, where everything is clean and easy to see, you know? I don't need all this intricate detail that doesn't really assist. I like it bold. This to me is not bold because it's too, I don't know, it's the colour or what that makes it not stand out as well, but I don't know. Right, introducing the menace of Firehawk and Hurricane. I wonder if Hurricane might be in English. It looks like almost like he's got a Union Jack in his Firestorm sort of chest piece, and a Hurricane, I believe, is a UK plane. They seem to be over Paris in this one as well, so maybe Firehawk and Hurricane. I need to read that again. So many. I mean, I should stop buying any more comics and just start reading through my old ones. That's what I should do. That's what a sensible person would do. Stop filling my house full of comics and start reading. Oh, it definitely looks like a. Your Internationals, Firestorms created by Ziffertech. Mon she looks like she's French. You're a bit of course, aren't you, Yank? The lady's called Firehawk, France's own. You can call me Hurricane. Not that I'll answer either way. Yeah, he definitely looks like he's a British. Definitely looks like a Firestorm sort of UK flag almost Matrix. Yeah, interesting. Right, JLI in the clutches of Firehawk. So Justice League International. She's transmuted the ground into making a giant fist, so they're literally in her clutches or in the clutches of her power. It's like Omax in the JLA. Is that Batwing? Is it Batwing? The August General in Iron. Booster Gold, Godiva, and Guy Gardner. There you go. I think he's the August General in Iron. I'm sure that's his name, the Chinese superhero. It's a good name as well, I like that. Bow before Rakshashi, India's nuclear woman. It's a type of demon, a Rakshashi. From what I recall, it's like a lion's head, but it's got like 5 legs going around it, and it kind of it rolls along on its legs, like a ball, that kind of thing. The Rakshashi. At least that's what it looked like in one of the role-playing games they used to have Rakshars in it. Right, shocking evolutions. More nuclear-powered people fighting each other. Two against an army, to the death. Yeah, definitely a lot of nuclear-powered heroes in this storyline. Right, New 52 0. They had a 0. I think they waited a year, I think, or something like that, and then they all went to 0. So you had 12 issues, then you had issue 0. Not quite sure what the issue 0 was about in the New 52. It wasn't like a 0-hour event. Was it another like soft reboot or something where they changed the characters again suddenly, or gave you their origins again? Seems a bit weird after only a year of the New 52. I didn't mind the New 52, to be honest. I didn't think that I wasn't, but then I did stop a little while, into it. Number 13. What is the secret behind Data Zen? Let's go with Data Zen. I don't know. Alright, number 14. If they can't work together, the universe dies. So there's Ronnie and Jason Rush. I'm never sure how to pronounce his surname. I think it's Rausch. Rausch? I'm going with Rausch. Jason Rausch. Right. Oh, this is an interesting cover. The creative team now, Dan Jurgens and Ray McCarthy. Death at the hands of Captain Atom. Captain Atom is looking different as well. And looks like Captain Atom has tried to obliterate Firestorm. Not looking too good for him there. Very strange. Right. And then finally, this is the last one that I've got. So I stopped buying comics March 2013. There you go, March 2013 I stopped buying modern comics, and I've not had a pull list from a comic shop ever since. That was number 16, The Fury of Firestorm, the Nuclear Man. Yeah, there you go. So that's all my Firestorms then. I do wonder if these were like New 52 that I stopped buying, or I do sometimes think maybe I should put that on my list and try and get the end of the New 52. Does anyone know how long the New 52 went for? I mean, have I got a few? How many more comics have I got to buy to finish off this Firestorm run? Is it worth it? But anyway, that's it. That's all the videos for today, or the comics today. Let's shout out a Less Bigly channel. Going to shout out Kollecting Khaos. He used to do quite a lot of videos, and then he disappeared for a while. His computer broke down. He had to type up his database of all his comic stuff and everything, other data that he had on there. So he was away for a while, and he's back now, and he's done a few videos since he's come back. He's always got a good manner. I like watching his videos, just hearing him talking about his comics, and you know, he seems like a good chap. But he's got less than 100 subs still. Less than 100 subs. He's on like 96 or something like that, and it's not right. It's damn well not right. If you're not subbed up to Kollecting Khaos, the link will be up in the corner. The link will be down below. Go sub him up like a good person. You know, share some sub love. Go and give him a comment bump and all that kind of thing. And until next time, may all your news be good news.
Kollecting Khaos, Kollecting Khaos. Go and sub up Kollecting Khaos. If you do not sub him, I'm gonna give your face such a drubbing. Kollecting Khaos, Kollecting Khaos.